Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn Mathematics. This is your maths teacher Rekha Chabra. Students, I hope you all are doing great. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel Learn Mathematics to understand mathematics. So we were doing chapter number 5, continuity and differentiability, in which we have learned and discussed various types of functions and their differentiation. Today I will discuss derivatives of functions in parametric form and second order derivative. Parametric functions are those functions which are neither explicit nor implicit, but they are connected to each other via third variable, and this third variable is called the parameter. More precisely, a relation expressed between two variables x and y in the form if x is given in terms of y in terms of t and y is also given in terms of t, so it is said to be parametric form with t as parameter. And if we have to find dy by dx, it can be calculated in this way: dy by dt upon dx by dt. Let's discuss few questions related to it. X and y are connected parametrically by the equations. Without eliminating the parameter, we have to find dy by dx. X is given as 2at square and y is given as at power 4. So dy by dx will be equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. First of all, let's calculate dy by dt, which is 4at power 3, and dx by dt will be 4at. Put both the values in this format and get the answer. Question number 5, here also x and y are given, and what is the parameter here? The parameter is theta. We have to find dy by dx. So again it will be dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. So dy by d theta, derivative of sine theta is cos theta minus as it is, and sine 2 theta derivative will be cos 2 theta, and then derivative of 2 theta will be 2, chain rule. Same way, find the derivative of x dx by d theta, put both the values in this format and get the answer. Seventh important question, students, x and y are given, and without eliminating the parameter we have to find dy by dx. Let's take x first of all, dx by dt, because the parameter is t here. What can we apply? We can apply the quotient rule, which is u dash v minus uv dash upon v square. So here denominator will be squared, so root will be cancelled out and it will be cos 2t. And then root cos 2t as it is, derivative of sine cube t, which is 3 sine square t, and then sine t, derivative of sine t is cos t, minus sine cube t as it is, derivative of under root cos 2t, which can be considered as root x. So derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x, and then cos 2t is minus 2 sine 2t. Simplify. Same way, calculate dy by dt. Put both the values in this format. Denominators are same, they will be cancelled. Here in the numerator sine 2t, I am writing it as 2 sine t cos t. Here also 2 sine t cos t. Why? Because after writing in this format, we can take sine t cos t common from the numerator and from the denominator, and they will be cancelled out. Then in next step, minus 3 as it is, cos 2t can be written as 2 cos square t minus 1. In the denominator 3 as it is, this cos 2t can be written as 1 minus 2 sine square t. And then if we open the bracket, minus 6 cos cube t plus 2 cos cube t will be minus 4 cos cube t plus 3 cos t. Same way in the denominator, and this is the formula. In the denominator it is the formula of sine 3 theta, and in the numerator if we take minus common, so this is the formula of cos 3 theta, and minus cot 3 theta is the answer, 3t. 11th, x and y given. Here x can be written as a power sine inverse t whole power half. If we remove the root, we can take power half. Here we have to show that dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. Right? So same way we can write y also, remove this root and write in the terms of power. Then taking log, because we have power, so it will be half sine inverse t log a. And now differentiate 1 by x dx by dt. We are differentiating with respect to t because the parameter is t. is equal to half log a, which is constant, and derivative of sine inverse t 1 upon under root 1 minus t square. Same way, calculate dy by dt and put both the values here in this format and get the answer. Now let's talk about second order derivative. Students, second order derivative is nothing. When we calculate the first derivative and first derivative is again differentiable, and we find the derivative one more time, then we call it as second order derivative. And it is denoted by d2y upon dx square or d square y or y double dash or y2. Let's discuss few questions. Question number 1 here, you can solve it even orally. X square plus 3x plus 2. What is first derivative? 2x plus 3. And again if you take the derivative, what is the derivative? 2. Finish. It's very simple question. Sixth, e power x sine 5x. dy by dx, product rule. Sine 5x as it is, derivative of e power x is e power x. Then e power x is as it is, sine 5x is 5 cos 5x. E power x throughout common, and this is first derivative. Now we have to again take the derivative of this. So it will be, again product rule is applicable. So first term, this term as it is, sine 5x plus 5 cos 5x, it does not matter which function you consider as first and which function you consider as second while applying product rule. So derivative of e power x is e power x only plus e power x as it is and derivative of this. Here sine 5x, what is the derivative? 5 cos 5x, and here 5 cos 5x means minus 25 sine 5x. Now e power x throughout common, sine 5x and minus 25 sine 5x will be minus 24, and 5 cos 5x will be 10. 2 also we can take common, and this is simplified answer. 10th question, y is equal to sine log x. What is the derivative of sine? Cos, and then derivative of log x is 1 by x. Then again second derivative, what can we apply? We can apply quotient rule. X will be squared, numerator we will take the derivative of cos log x and x as it is. Then cos log x as it is, derivative of x. So cos, what is the derivative? Minus sine log x, and then derivative of log x is 1 by x. Here derivative of x is 1 and then simplified. This is second derivative. And question number 12, y is equal to cos inverse x. Very simple, easy students, you all know what is the derivative of cos inverse x. Then again take the second derivative of this thing. But what is given in the question? Find the second derivative in terms of y alone. We don't want x here. So how can we eliminate x? Y is equal to cos inverse x given in the question. So x is equal to cos y, and replace all the x with cos y and simplify. 13th question, y is given, we have to show this thing. X square is x square, but y2 means second derivative. Y1 means first derivative of y. So y is given, differentiating first of all, calculate dy by dx, then differentiate again and calculate the second derivative. Put all the values there in the given equation and check whether you are getting 0 or not. Definitely you will get 0. 14th question, here also y given. We have to show that second derivative d square y upon dx square minus m plus n dy by dx plus m n y is equal to 0. First of all, dy by dx is equal to, apply product rule here. How can we find? A is constant, common, and then d by dx of this thing. So d by dx of e power mx. How would we find? Students, e power x is e power x and then mx. What is the derivative? M. Same way for the second term. Now we have to find second derivative because it is required here. So second derivative means we have to find derivative of this thing. Am is constant here. Then derivative of e power mx is e power mx. Then derivative of mx is m. So m into m square. Same way here we will get n square. Now put all the values here in this left hand side of given equation and everything will be cancelled and we will get 0 as answer. 17th question, same way as we did last two questions. Y is given, show that this thing is equal to 2. So y is given as tan inverse x whole square. First derivative means y1 is equal to 2 tan inverse x. Then derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So this thing we have got 1 plus x square y1. If we shift this thing to left side is equal to 2 tan inverse x. Why are we writing this way? Because this thing is required. It's visible. 1 plus x square y1, we need its value. Again differentiating and we will get something 1 plus x square y2 plus 2x y1 is equal to 2 into derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Here students, what are we doing? We are applying the product rule. See, first term as it is, derivative of second. y1, derivative of y1 is y2 plus y1 as it is and derivative of first term which is 2x is equal to 2 constant and derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Now shift this thing to left side. 1 plus x whole square y2 plus 2x y1 and 1 plus x square is equal to 2. That's what we wanted to prove. So students, I hope you must have understood the concept of parametric functions and second order derivative. If you missed any of the topic, any of the video, then all the videos are there on my YouTube channel. Please watch my other videos as well to make your concept very clear. And don't forget to post your comment in the comment box. Please write your name, class and section. Thank you very much.